Hey, what's up guys? Ryan here from ExtremeTerrain, and today I'm here with the Pypes high ground clearance catback exhaust fitting your 2018 and up 4-door Wrangler JL. It's for those of you JL owners that are off-roading enthusiasts. You like to hit those tough trails. You're looking for a high quality exhaust that is going to give you plenty of clearance when you're out there and about, and of course handle all of that abuse that comes in the off-roading world. Now, as you all know, the JL has a rather large muffler located at the tail end, and this can be a huge issue when you're rock crawling. The last thing you want to do is come down off of an obstacle and have that either punch a hole up through the muffler, causing a ton of damage, or you get your Jeep stuck. This high clearance system is not only going to relocate that muffler, but it utilizes a much smaller high flow muffler. This is going to keep this whole entire system up and out of the way. That's going to give you a ton of peace of mind when you're out there on the trails, knowing that you're not going to come down and smash this system. Now, Pypes not only offers a very affordable system, but they're going to give you a system that basically has the most amount of clearance that you're going to get in the aftermarket. Now, if you're looking for a system like this and you're really into that off-roading, you're going to want something that's going to stand up to all of that mud, sand, rocks, and everything that you're going to splash and sling at it. Now, of course, this system is made from a high-quality stainless steel, so you're getting that ultimate protection as far as corrosion goes. With this system, you're getting a system that's going to last a long time, even in the harshest climates and off-roading conditions. Now, this system utilizes manual bend tubing for maximum flow and of course a perfect fit. This system does fit really well, and it utilizes a high flow muffler to give you a deep and aggressive tone while providing maximum performance gains. Now, a system like this is going to decrease back pressure, and that's going to allow your engine to breathe a little bit better, pull more air in, and be more efficient overall. Now, you are going to get a little more horsepower and a little more low end torque, and that's something that we can really use in our Jeeps, whether you're just playing around out in those trails or if you're towing. Now, systems for the JL, as far as catbacks go, can range anywhere from $250 all the way over to $550. Of course, those cheaper options are going to come with an aluminized mild steel, and that's something that's really not going to handle up in those harsh climates, or especially if you live in the Rust Belt like we do. Now, with this system, you're getting a high quality option that stainless steel is going to last you a long time, fits really good, and it's all coming in right around $375, making a very good affordable option as far as these systems go. Now, loudness. On a scale of 1 to wake the neighbors, I'm going to give this about a 4 out of 5. This is a pretty loud exhaust. It's going to give you a deep and aggressive tone. It's pretty mild while you're idling, but when you get on that skinny pedal, you're really going to wake that thing up and hear it. Now, one of the nice things you're going to get with a straight through muffler, just like this system has, is you're going to get that really nice gurgly, almost backfiring sound. Now, this system is geared a little bit more towards those budget-minded enthusiasts that are really looking for a high-quality system and don't want to skimp on quality. As far as installation goes, I am going to give this a 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter. You can get this installed in about 2 hours. So with that being said, let's hop into our install. Tools we use for this install: 13mm wrench, 15mm socket, 13mm socket, socket extension, exhaust hanger removal tool, some lubricant, 3/8 drive impact. So for this installation, we're gonna have to remove our whole exhaust system from our catalytic converter back. We're actually gonna separate our muffler first. Now, you can do this with the vehicle up in the air like we're gonna do it. It's a lot easier if you wanna do it that way, but you can do it on the ground. This is a 2-piece design, so you'll be able to get all of this exhaust system out. Now, you might wanna jack up your vehicle. That way it'll give you a little extra room. We're actually gonna start with this band clamp right here on the back of this muffler, connecting it to our over the axle pipe. It's gonna be a 15mm, so we're gonna use a socket on an impact and get that off. So next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna remove our hangers. You're gonna have 2 hangers, one on each side of the muffler. You could try to get the muffler out of those rubber hangers, however, it's pretty difficult. Not a lot of room up there to move, so what we're actually gonna do is take these mounts off. You're gonna need a 13mm wrench or a socket. We're gonna take out this little side bolt first. After we get that out, there's gonna be another bolt up here. I'm gonna use a 13mm on an extension to get that out. Cool, so now we're gonna go to the other side. We're gonna do that same thing. Cool, so once you get that last bolt out, what you wanna do is put a hand on that muffler. We're gonna slide both of these clamps down. And then what we're gonna do is wiggle this exhaust system so we can get it off of that over the axle pipe. So the next thing you're gonna do is go to the middle of your Jeep, right next to your transfer case. We're gonna have this band clamp right here. We're gonna use a 13mm socket to take that off. All we're gonna do is just loosen it up. If you loosen it up enough, it should just slide off of that exhaust system, because we're basically gonna leave that in place. Just make that loose enough. So the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go towards the back of the Jeep. You're gonna have this pipe and this hanger right here. We need to get this pipe out of this rubber bushing. So you can use a pry bar. It would be a good idea to spray some WD-40 on there. I'm actually going to use a hanger removal tool, and this should make it pretty easy for this to come out. All right, so once you get that hanger off, what you can do is just slide this. So we're gonna slide it all the way forward past the transfer case. Then you can get it down over the axle, pull the whole pipe out. All right guys, so before we get this new system installed, I just want to take a moment to point out some of the differences between these two exhaust systems and of course some of the benefits that you're going to get with an aftermarket system such as this. Now the first thing I want to talk about is the factory exhaust system. As you can see, we have a resonator over here. We also have a rather large muffler at the back right there. Now there's a couple things that I like about the factory system. There's also a couple things that I really don't like about the factory system. The first thing is going to be that rather large muffler. Now not only is that large muffler going to kill your flow, increase back pressure, and of course leave some power on the table, but it's a very large item that can get hit on the trails. If you're an avid rock crawler, you really like going through those tough trails, when you come down off of an obstacle, this thing's right in the back and you can really land that on a rock. That can cause a lot of damage to that, or you can even get stuck. But the one thing that I really don't like is this crushed pipe back here. Now that crushed pipe is going to make that air change shape, and that's going to cause some turbulence. It's also going to reduce flow. As you can see back here, all we're dealing with is just a straight pipe tip, and that's going to result in some really nice flow. Now this new exhaust system is mandrel bent all the way, and that's going to give you really good flow, and like I said, reduce turbulence. Not really much turbulence, and that's going to reduce that back pressure, really increase the power of your engine, and let it breathe a lot better. So along with getting rid of that muffler, we're also getting rid of this resonator back here, and we're actually swapping it out for Pypes M80 muffler. Now this is a Race Pro series, and this whole system is made of stainless steel. So versus your factory exhaust system, which is just an aluminized steel version, this is going to handle up a lot better. Now with this exhaust system, you're getting the same size piping. This is a 2.5 inch, just like your factory one. You're gonna get a lot more flow, a lot more sound, and the nice thing about this is it's gonna fit in this factory location. So it does come with brand new clamps and everything to install this, and we're gonna utilize those factory hangers to get this thing installed. We don't really have to do any modification to get this in. So with that being said, we do have to switch over one of our hangers, but then we can get this installed. All right, so we're gonna go over to the Jeep. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna pull off this factory clamp right here. So you want to loosen that bolt up enough that you can get this off, because we have a brand new one to install. So we're going to hang that right on there. Then we're going to take our extension pipe. What you want to do is get a pole jack. That way you can support this after you get it in. So we're just going to line that up just like that. Then we'll go get some tools so we can clamp this clamp down and get it tight. So we're going to slide those pipes together, make sure that they are fully engaged. Next thing we're going to do is take a 13mm on an extension, and we're going to tighten this up. This is the same size that we used to take the factory one off. Now while you're tightening these up, you want to make sure that both of these pipes are all the way together. Put a little bit of tension on them, and then we'll work on getting this muffler installed. So after we get that extension pipe in, the next thing we're going to do is install our muffler. Now, you want to make sure that you get one of those brand new clamps on there. And you want to make sure that you orient that in a way that you're going to be able to tighten it up once you get it in. So we're going to go ahead, got our clamp on there, we're going to slide that on, and we'll put another clamp on the back side and we'll get our over the axle pipe on. So get that other clamp on there, same positioning. Now we're going to take this pipe, we're going to go over the axle, through the back side, or you can put it through the back side towards the front, really doesn't matter. And what we're going to do is make sure that that pipe slides into there. All right, and then after we get that in, what we want to do, we want to take this and we want to slide it into this hanger up there. Now when you fish this tailpipe over the axle, you want to go above this sway bar. It's going to mount in that factory location up there. You just want to make sure that you go over the sway bar. It is a little tricky to get it completely in. So we got ours in place. We're gonna go ahead and set that mount up in there, and then we'll get that hardware installed. Now once we get both of those bolts back in that mount, we're gonna take those 13 millimeters and we're gonna tighten them back up. So we're just gonna get that last bolt tightened up at the top, and then we'll get our clamps tight. All right, so the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna come all the way up to the front to that first clamp that we put on. We're gonna tighten that up. You use that same 13 millimeter. All right, so after you get that front clamp tight, we're gonna tighten up the 2 clamps on our muffler. These are actually gonna use a 15 millimeter socket. You wanna make sure that these pipes are slid all the way in and bottom down when you go to tighten them up. While we're tightening this back clamp, you can adjust this exhaust a little bit. You can see that there's a lot of movement in it. So what you wanna do is just get that in a good position where this hanger isn't scraping the frame or anything like that. Make sure you have clearance, and then you can tighten that up. Now that we have this system completely installed, what you want to do is start it up, make sure you don't have any leaks or rattles. If you have any part of the exhaust or hangers touching, you want to just loosen up those clamps, just move the system around a little bit, tighten it back up, and that should fix any of those issues. However, that's going to wrap it up for my review and install. For more videos and products like this, check us out at ExtremeTerrain.com.